Oh yeah. You guys ready? No, I'm not ready. Why not be ready? Here we go. Heyo! What's going on, folks? Happy Thursday. It's time once again for another edition of Let's Get Some Stuff Done. We got too many minis and we gotta get them painted. That's what we're calling this segment. We certainly have a lot of minis to paint and been having a lot of fun doing it, and I'm glad you guys have been around to hang out with me. So we're gonna keep right on rolling with our good buddy R2D2 here. He's gonna disappear. Look at him disappear. Whoa! Look at that magic. Whoa! 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 There he is. There's you look at him, and we will. He's almost done with the body. I got to do the basing, but the body there, I just got to do a little touch up. Very happy with how he's come out. So let's go do a little research and see what we're gonna do here. You can see I've been looking up some pictures. See there's a good shot of his front. I'll leave that up here. Oh, here's some more that came up. That's a good shot right there too. Trying to find a picture of his backside. That's what I need now. To kind of see. Well, it looks like there's a little. I got that. See, I've got all these. I've got everything painted how it should be. There's one. I didn't paint that little panel right there silver. Now that I'm looking at it, that needs to be painted silver as well. Here's another shot that might give you another view of it. Hey, this is a life-size cardboard cutout stand up on eBay that we're looking at here. Let's see. I need to do that little thing right there. Yeah, I didn't do any blue in here because it's so small that you really can't even see it on the model. But I think I just need to put a little bit of silver on this little square right here, and that's it for the front. I gotta do these little wires still. That's got to be done. But they're like a brown, basically. Whoops. Excuse me. Yeah, like a brown, dark brown tan. Excuse me. That we're gonna do on that. I just need to find a picture of Ellen DeGeneres' death trending. R2D2 backside. Let's see if we can find us a good picture of what we want to paint here. There we go. So we just got some. Oh, that's a good shot. That's a good shot right there, actually. This is side. Let's see this. Where we go. I mean, these things kind of change colors on him. The thingies in the back. I think I've pretty much painted that silver. Yeah, I guess I got those two little spots there to do still. Just giving them a good looking over. There ain't much to do, but we've got to paint the lights in the back. R2D2 backside. R2D2 backside. R2D2 reverse movies. Well, probably not a ton of times in the movies where you're gonna see R2 from the back because he's not usually running away. He's the one that's like going in, getting in the middle of things. Um, so, um, yeah, think I think I've about got what I need here. We're just gonna do red on both of the little lights. I think that'll look great. So, enough research. Cool. Hi, alien. How are you? I will go check you out right now. Let me pull up my phone. Go check out my boy Alien Art. How you doing out there, Alien? You you are a graphic designer. Nice, nice, nice. I got you, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. Um so we got old Alien there. And show you we've done our research here. And we're gonna get our mini back. Let's go to the painting screen. Here we go. So we don't have a lot to do. I'm happy about the progress of this. It took me basically one night to do all of the detailing, except for just the little lights. But yeah, we just got a few little parts to touch up, and then do our lights. I think first I'm gonna do just go ahead and do the lighting on him. Get those done. I could do I got a really light blue in there. I don't know. It's so it's yeah, a little dot of light blue might be all we need on that. It's not much. Um, let's see what I got here on the paint table. Um, just I got a few blues to choose from. Got a few. Um, Gallus. I know this is a really bright blue. Separatist, medium. Mm, or if I like the Christosis. I don't know. It's gonna be it's a kind of an odd spot on R2D2. So these little tiny lights on the front. Look at this paint. What you got? What you got? Bamboo. What you got? Silver would not work because that's what everything else is. What you got? That is red. That is black. This is like a really bright fluorescent. Let's try the fluorescent blue. Let's see how that looks. It's just a dab. I want to do that first. Just a little dab in there. Ain't much. So be kind of. Actually, this is perfect right here. This is perfect. This is another. This is a different type of paint. I think that's going to be what I'm looking for because it's kind of like I did Iron Man's little repulsor thing in his chest, and it's kind of that same color that I'm going for in that. So excuse me, I keep running into the mic with my glasses. Sorry about that. Um, this paintbrush I've got. Just that little dab right there on top will probably do it. Because this is so tiny. Basically just going to drop the brush on there and lift it up. That did one square very nicely. Cool. Perfect. I'd say that I'd say that's a pretty good color for that. That was easy. Next I want to paint the little silver parts here that I missed before, which would be these entire bits on the back. It's just those little squares. It ain't much. Yeah, it's like a little vent basically. He's got like there's two vents on the front, two on the back. I'll see if I can just get enough paint off of the top of this because I don't need a whole lot. I think that'll work. Again, it's just drop a little dot. A little dot. And do the back. A little bit bigger area, but tough part here is getting the brush in there around his legs. This part right there. So I can see it better. Sorry, I'm going to take it out of your view for a second. Cool. Now I want to try to put a little blue dot of blue on that little spot on the front. Okay, there goes the silver. That's done. See, this is pretty easy. We're rolling. It's working so well with just putting a dot of that silver in places. I want to see if I can squeeze a little dot on that little tiny thing in there. It's too light. I think paint. It's mostly liquid. It looks like it's too thin. Perfect. Just gave that little hint of blue in there. Ready. Still old R2 here is probably I'd say let's do the the viewport. Just sticking my brush in the tip top of the bottle and grabbing the paint without squeezing any out because it's just such a small little spot that I'm trying to paint. Pretty good actually. Starting to look like R2D2. That putting that little dot there on the um on his lens. It's like R2D2's eyeball, I guess. If he has an eyeball. His rear lens. Tip of the lens there. Hey, what up, Bones? Yes, sir, just the tip. We're doing very meticulous work tonight. I've been like dreading doing this and did most of the detailing on my last stream, and it really wasn't that bad. Now I'm doing the really tiny stuff on him tonight. My eyes were starting to hurt a little bit too much by the time I did this last time. So that is done all of the black spots. Now we get to come in and do we get to come in and do the fun part, the red eyeballs. the I don't know what they are. Eyeballs, maybe his mouth. I don't know. I guess I consider this little spot up here, the black spot, his eyeball. I don't know. Let's take a closer look. Maybe we can identify the anatomy of R2D2. So you got you got this part here, and there's this red, and then this little thing here that moves around. So I don't know. I always considered this big black spot to be the eyeball, and this would be the red one would be like his mouth, maybe. But then I don't know about this one. This one moves around a bit too. Like maybe that's his eye. Maybe these are both his eyes. Like maybe one's for like zooming in or something. I don't know. That's something I'm gonna have to go read up on. Maybe figuring out what is what on an R2D2. The whole area could be. Could be. It's one of those closely guarded secrets of Star Wars. Um. Oh my got one little spot. Dang it! I forgot one tip up there. Yeah. Maybe one's like a zoom in, like a telephoto lens or something. Right, reticulates here. Dot. Little dot. Sweet. I so could have finished this last time. I was like, this is all I had to do to finish the detailing, but my eyes are really starting to hurt after doing all of these other little tiny blue details on. It's like I just can't do it. So it's time to do the red. I got 3 different reds here. And I think what I'm going to do, what I've done with other reds that came out pretty good, is this Dathomir red looks really good. It's like a really bright, like, I want to say almost neon or whatever red. Um, but what I've done what I've done in the past on like glassy things like this that's look good is I do a little black red as the first layer, and then as on top of that I'll put on this Dathomir Skies. Just gives it a little more depth, make it look a little better. R2D2 though, his is more like really bright, like a really bright red. I think I'll try. Um, I think I might just go with only Dathomir Skies. This is a lot smaller than what I was talking about doing that layering. It's been on like a bigger lens, and this is so tiny. Trying to put 2 colors on it is kind of pointless. Let me just put one dot of Dathomir Skies. Might not have it, but we'll see shortly. Oh yeah, we'll have to squeeze them out. There's really nothing in the top of it. Shake it, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid. Been playing Batman Gotham Under Siege lately. It's like a tabletop card slash board game for Batman, and it's a lot of fun. You can play it solo, which I've done, I think, 2 solo campaigns, and I've played uh, 2 2-player campaigns, and it's like a co-op, so you're not playing against each other, but it's pretty cool. I've had fun with it. Oh yeah, I didn't need to do 2 colors. This is fine. Boom. Probably can't even see that. He's so tiny. And then we're going to come on the back and do the exact same thing. Might have to put some blue. Did not quite get the. Probably have to do a little touching up on this. I didn't quite get the entire like border around that blue. So I'm gonna have to go in with the blue paint, the Master's Touch acrylic. I have a lot of blue paints, but I could not quite get the color wrecked with my blue paints, and so my girlfriend had some of this stuff in her art supplies. That this blue looked much better for the shade that I was trying to do here, I thought. So get a little foot. I just got to get right there. Probably gonna have to come back and do red again. That's okay. Just didn't quite get the whole. Screw it. We're just gonna go back over it with red. I'm trying to get that border. It's tough to get the inside of the border without getting anything on the red. Boom, got that. Hmm. It's looking pretty good. I mean, I don't see that many spots to touch up on blue. It's the whites where I spilled a little bit of blue into the white. I got to go back over with some white, but not a lot. Don't want to go too crazy with it. Wait, give that blue a little bit of a chance to dry some. Okay. What else? R2. Oh yeah, you gotta do these little um it's gonna be tough. You gotta do these little wires, I guess you call them. Little hoses along the front. That's gonna be kind of a chore. What color? Some kind of brown. Let me go with the Mornfang, maybe Mornfang brown here. I think that's probably the closest I've got to it. Good. I use Mornfang brown for. It's a newer color that I just got. I haven't been using it for. I think I got it for Juggernaut, like as a paint. I'm going to be painting Juggernaut soon, so I think I scooped up Mornfang to use on Juggernaut. I don't think I've even used it yet, but I would have definitely used it on Chewbacca had I had it. I was just mixing something, mix something to sort of look like the Mornfang brown. Um, some pictures real quick. It's a brown. It's not a black. Mornfang it is. I gotta be very careful because this is like painting all inside his, getting in between his legs and everything. It's not a easy spot to paint. Say it's a pretty good color match. Two, we can do this, buddy. We can do this. You can do this. You can do this, R2. Right. Right. I get that part that I can get in between his legs to paint. Oh, don't be very careful. No, do be very careful, but don't paint him. Okay. You gotta be careful going in. Like going in, you gotta come straight in and straight out. Okay. We got one of them. Hit the other leg now. Miss having my tunes, man. I miss having the tunes. I start sneaking music in here every once in a while. I was just used to be listening to a lot of good music in here while I did this stuff, but it's started getting all these warnings from uh YouTube and then Twitch. Just apparently they don't like you to play music on here. Where's the dog barking at? Who knows? She's probably barking at the fact that she's upset that I'm not playing music, maybe. Straight in and straight out with that brush. There we go. Close that up. I think we did it. I think we finished the brown. That came out pretty good. Closed by Morn Thing Brown. That's such a cool name for a paint, right? I don't think he's got those little hoses on his front legs. No, he does not. What else, man? What else is there to do? He looks like he's about done. Oh, I know. I need to go finish that red dot on his back eyeball because I had to paint some more blue in there. Any red in there? To wait for this to dry a little bit. It's wanting to bleed that blue around. I had to do this in a second. That's not quite dry in there. Try to get it to work as it is now. It's just like slog a bunch of red paint in there and keep it moving the blue around to just go over top of it, but that ain't cool. That ain't gonna work. um now I'm going to just go in with some white, just some regular old white. And there's just a few places where I kind of came over a little bit too far with the blue that I just want to kind of clean up right now with a little bit of white. And then we'll be ready to shade. So that's exciting. I'll have to set them to the side probably probably wait about 30 minutes and come back to them to do the shading. But in the meantime, I'll work on our other Doctor Strange here. So this is a Marvel and Star Wars type of night tonight that we're having. I wasn't lying when I said Marvel and Star Wars in the stream title. We are going to be doing some Doctor Strange here very soon. It's kind of bled a little bit in some areas with the blue that I did not mean to. Kind of noticeable when it's like right on the front of the mini, right front and center. Just clean that up a little bit. Then we've got a few areas that I need to clean up with the silver as well. I want to do that. You're looking good, R2. I'll get ready to go on a covert secret mission to save the Republic. Or Rebels, whatever team you're playing for. Let's call him R2. He's one of those units that if you buy him, he can play for both teams in Star Wars Legion. He's both a Republic droid and a rebellious rebel droid. So it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a good thing because you're typically it's a good thing because you can use him for two different teams. It's a bad thing because you're typically, if you're getting into the game, you're going to start by buying a core set starter box that will include two factions, either the Separatists and the Republic, or the Rebels and the Empire. And so you'll have R2-D2, and you'll only have one of those factions that you can use them in from your starter set. So it's kind of like they're easing you into like, hey, why don't you just go ahead and buy another starter set for the other faction and start with them too. You've already got your R2D2, right? Yeah, they're sneaky like that. I would like to paint. I mean, there's. I obviously I want to paint C3PO and R2D2 because I'm painting them right now. C3PO is done. I just got to do the base along with R2, so I was gonna do that tonight. But I would love to get Mando and Baby Yoda and paint them, and they also have Ahsoka Tano now too. Which it kind of makes me angry that they've come out with her for the Rebels before they came out with her for the Republic, because she was on Clone Wars so much more. But it makes sense. I mean, they've got this new show that she's on now, and she is more for the Rebels, and at this point, and so I get why from the marketing standpoint of why they did that, but it's kind of upsetting for us Republic players. But hey, another reason to ease you into another faction, right? Um, they let's see. So as far as like Rebel things that I have that could be used, that I have on the Republic that can be used on the Rebels, I have C3PO and R2D2, and I have Chewbacca because he can play there. Yeah, I know, but still, it's like yeah, I get that. I just wish it sucks that she's not out for my team, but I get it because of the show and everything. They're trying to time it with all that, but what really sucks is they make all these juicy models that you want for your faction. They're making them on for Star Wars Shatterpoint, but not for the Republic in Legion. That's a little upsetting to me. You know what? I did a damn good job of painting on my first run through. Like, I don't have a lot of touch up to do right now, and that makes me happy. I guess I'll put Bone Dust. Did you on your R2D2? Did you put non oil on as a shade afterwards? I'm considering not doing it because I put on like a contrast paint here, and it looks pretty doggone good. Oh, there's some on the legs. Couple. Yeah, he's got. I mean, he's. I want to dirty him up a little bit. He's a little too bright in some places. Um, some places it came out really good. It's got kind of, you can see the two different tones of white from the regular paint and then the contrast that I did. But there's some spots I wanted to. Yeah, yeah. I went for my clones. I had them looking kind of shiny, like they were hot off the battle press with their armor. I didn't grime up their armor that much. But the droids, the battle droids, I made them look pretty a little bit grimy, like they're leaking oil and getting their arms cut off by lightsabers. So they would have some grime going on there. Alrighty. Okay, what we got? What we got? It's just these few little spots on the legs. not a ton of touch up. I'm impressed that I have so little touch up to do on this one with as many little little details as it has. Contribute that success to these wonderful shades I have on. Make it a heck of a lot easier on me. Here on this lower leg. These shades of blue come out so different. Huh. Weird. It's like I got it on so much heavier over there. I think I'm gonna put some more blue on this one leg. I got it on so much thicker, I guess, on the one side, and it's almost like a different color blue on his other leg. I want a little more paint on there. Just that spot right there, I think. That's good. Much better. A little more uniform looking. A little more uniform looking. All right. R2D2 in the house. A little bit more touch up. I want to get that red viewport painted on his back, but I'm waiting for it to dry back there a little bit where I painted the blue earlier. Fix that spot. Soka show's pretty good so far. I've been watching it. They launched with 2 episodes, and then we had another episode this week. But man, if you've not watched Star Wars Rebels, the cartoon, you're probably like, "What the heck is all this?" Like all these characters and things. Like they kind of introduce like all these characters just pop up in the show that were from Rebels that they really don't have much introduction or anything. They're just here. It kind of feels like they're definitely expecting you to already know who these people are. So they don't really get into explaining very much. So if you want to watch it, highly recommend you watch Rebels and Clone Wars. Um, yeah, it exactly. It feels like Rebels, the next season of Rebels or something. Um, all right, let me try to get that viewport. I want to get this viewport done so I have all of the painting on him done, so that he'll dry for about an hour or so while I work on something else, and then I can come back and do shading tonight. And I want to do mud tonight as well. That's probably what I'll do. The mud. Put the mud around the bases. Get those started. I do the bases kind of in a 2-night process. I have to wait for um the little clay stuff that I put down. I have to wait for that to dry. And then I paint it the next day. What was I doing here? Oh yeah, I got one little spot I noticed on the front. This little viewport. I did not paint the this side of it that's facing me. So I'm focusing. I talk a lot more when I'm painting in larger areas, but when I'm painting these little teeny tiny details, I end up being kind of quiet. So I apologize. And save just about that. Yeah. Um. That's pretty good. See a couple of spots on the dome that I need to touch up with some silver. Just spreading out the paint. Well, the old Kanan and Hera made a baby in the short time that they were together. Do get just a brief moment last episode where you see Hera has a son and he's a human. So that's interesting. Will he be a Jedi? Who knows? Wish I could like stream and paint on Tuesdays while I watch the Ahsoka episodes come out on Tuesdays. Wish I could do like group watching the episodes on stream with you guys, but I'm sure that would be frowned upon by the legal team. They don't like me listening to music. Um, yeah, really. Um, I was reading something about it because I did not remember anything in the show. Like, I did not remember there ever being any moment in Rebels where Ahsoka was doing any kind of training with Sabine, and yeah, they confirmed in what I found that no, that was never happening. It's nothing we've ever seen in Rebels, and the only thing that really happened with her as far as Jedi in Rebels was Kanan and Ezra were kind of talking to her about the Force a little bit and showing her like how to hold a lightsaber, and it was just like very brief, barely anything, and so yeah, whatever. All this backstory about Ahsoka training her and stuff that was that's not been seen yet, but who's to say we will never see it? Just like, you know, a brief. There was just very little in, I guess, A New Hope, and Empire Strikes Back about, you know, so, uh, Anakin was Obi-Wan's Padawan. Like, they just very briefly throw that in there just a little bit in those movies in the 70s. And we didn't see that whole relationship until like 20 some years later. So, but hey, they showed it to us. So, who knows? Maybe somewhere down the road we see the whole what happened with Ahsoka and Sabine. Will it take 30 years? Maybe not. Yes, you just really never can tell. It could happen. Speculation. Maybe we'll see some flashbacks in the show. Like that seems a possibility to me. I don't even have any red on my brush there. It's like kind of dried. Let me break that up. I put just the one dot in there, but it's starting to dry. Oh, it is dry. I'm gonna have to get some more. Well, that's good. So that means that the paint. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. We might we might see some flashbacks or something, but I think this will be. Mando's been very successful, and we've seen multiple seasons of that. The other Star Wars shows that they've made so far have really just kind of felt like one-off type shows. Like there'll only be one season of them, and they wrapped it up. But I'm pretty sure with this Ahsoka show, it's going to be like another Mandalorian. That it's going to be a a Star Wars show that they're going to have multiple seasons on and build on. I think. If you want to talk about fan service, good grief, this is what I think a lot of Star Wars fans have been wanting to see for a long time is what happens with Ahsoka. Red, get in there, fill this in. I had to paint some blue in there, and it's uh the front viewport. I just had white under there, so it filled in really easy. And it's just not wanting to go over a dark blue as easily as it does on a excuse me on as easily as it did on just plain white. There we go. Okay, all viewpoints. He's done. The painting, the regular painting on R2D2 is complete. I've got to do a little bit of. I'm going to do a bit of shade, but the regular base layers are now complete. That's wonderful. Um, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, exactly. She was like a kid. Like she was just a squirt. Like not much. there, but they really developed. She really developed and changed so much over the course of that show that she just became just a really fan favorite, and I think everybody is thrilled to be seeing where this is going, seeing seeing what happens with Ahsoka. Um, Thinking about putting this little black lens here. Thinking about putting just a little something on there to give it a little bit of a definition. I guess is the I just want to put just a little dab of this gray on there, just in one spot of it. This is like a really light gray that I'm looking at. That's too dark. I don't want to do white. It'd be too much of a jump. I don't know. Maybe that's okay. Scary. It's so like I'd like to put some kind of edge on it, some kind of highlight, but it's just too. It's so tiny. I'm afraid to. Like, I'm afraid it'll end up just um ruining it. To do what to do. Thinking. I'm thinking. Dang it, that little spot. I swear, I thought I was done. Gotta get it to GGF levels where, they don't catch us on this stuff. That rushing. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see, man. Like, but there's this whole training that we never saw, She's had some training. She did have she did carry the dark saber for a while and fought okay with it. So it's not like she's never wielded a blade before. So she has done some of that, and Kanan and Ezra talked to her a bit about handling a blade. So she's had a little bit of schooling. It's just we don't see it in this show yet, anyway. Um, hmm. Maybe use Cora. No, Gray Seer. That'd be a good one, maybe. I don't know. I'm so back and forth. I'd like to get some kind of just a little sheen to that disc, but it's so tiny. I feel like I'm gonna put a little bit. I'm just gonna put like one dot, basically. It ain't gonna be much. I'm gonna use this gray here. Just put a dab. Give a little. Even get any paint. It's not doing anything. There we go. There we go. I think that's good. Yeah, I'll do a little on that one too. Just gave it a little definition. You can't even hardly see it, to be honest. It's so tiny. But I'll know it's there, and you'll know it's there, and GGF will know it's there because she's a stickler. Okay. Cool. Alright, so we're going to set him to the side. Those are certainly the droids we're looking for. Pretty happy with that. So, there's old R2. Look at these cool glasses. Aren't they sick? Like, should I wear these to the beach next time and just like, walk around looking all cool and be like, but there he is. The base coating is done. Next is doing some shading, which ain't gonna be a whole lot because I put on I did some dry brushing on him, so he's not. When I do that, it kind of gives it a little definition anyway. Next we've got put the cool guy shades on. We got Doctor Strange here, and I got this guy used. He was already painted, but they just kind of did a really sloppy job on a few spots. So you can see it on the camera. It's so big, the errors. I'll show you. Put it in painting view again. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can see it like that right there. That this is supposed to be yellow, and look right there. These smudges on the cape all through right here. And then right there is a little smudgy. So I want to just clean up the cape. He goes on this base and he actually like goes in here somehow and he gets glued inside here. But when it was shipped to me, it had broken free. I think it gets glued right there. Yeah, that's how it goes. Who effing knows? We'll get there. Who effing knows how Doctor Strange is glued? It's not important right now. Let's get him painted. But I just want to fix this cape up tonight. Gotta look at my colors and figure out how I'm gonna fix this. I don't want to go the route of stripping all this paint off and redoing it. I just want to touch it up a little bit, and if people start to notice it and say something, I'm just gonna be like, dude, that's not my work. I didn't do that. Look at this glove. It's pretty freaking sloppy too. Wow. Hmm. Well, we're gonna do the best we can. We're gonna clean it up. I think of the colors I've got for doing this red cape, I think this red black is gonna be my best shot at blending it. I'm gonna do red black and then um, probably a flat red over top of it in some areas. But that should fix it up, and this will be a heck of a lot quicker than trying to uh, strip it and repaint the whole thing, which we do not want to do. Just touch up the cape. That's it. Whoa, sorry. Earthquake, right? No, I hit the camera. It's weird, we thought we were getting hurricanes today, and school in our areas got shut down. They didn't go to school today, and at where I work, we actually didn't go until 1 o'clock. So we woke up thinking that the trees were going to be blowing everywhere and all bent all over. Not at all. It was nothing going on. I was like, well, shoot, we could have worked today, but better safe than sorry. But yeah, nothing, absolutely nothing happened here, which is great because we just had tornadoes not too long ago. That sucks. So let's pull out some red black. Red black here. Didn't see the time. An hour 15. That would be this guy. I kind of made the call on that one, and I know all of the employees were upset. So some of them, uh, some of them just couldn't take it and decided to come in at 10 o'clock instead of 1. But you know, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, we're going to paint. Yeah, this is a perfect shade to try to match this actually. But it does not look like it's going to be as simple as just it's not going to cover it. To cover it, I'm going to have to do I think I'm basically going to have to repaint the whole cape. And I'm going to have to Yeah, they're not so bad. They're not so bad. I think I'm gonna have to kind of redo the cape here. I might not worry about the top. Just a little dirty right there. I think I can just clean this up with yellow. But to fix all of this, I'm gonna have to repaint the whole cape. So what I do? What do we want to do? What do you think, Bones? Should I paint like a um? Should I go over this with like a gray? Like I have all of the primer colors I have in base colors too. So I was thinking about maybe going over just the whole inside of this cape with gray cere and then hitting it with I don't know, that seems like a lot. Or maybe I'm just gonna have to put 2 coats of black red down to try to cover everything. Maybe try that. But I'm going to have to paint the whole inside of the cape. I don't think it's gonna be as simple as just painting I don't know, I might be using the exact same color as him because this is going on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to paint the whole inside because it's just too it's the shade is too um different. Like it's not the same color as the rest of the cape. It's close, but not quite as a guy. Covers up the yellow a little better than um the dark blue under his cape. Paint job too. It's hard to tell. Yeah. It's just a lot of. It's a lot of. It's just kind of bled in a lot of areas, so I'm trying to cover it. I think it's gonna work. I'm just gonna have to do a couple of coats of it. It's where the yellow is covering up the yellow pretty good, but the dark blue that streaks that bled in here, that's not covering very well, which is not surprising. But I am just painting the whole interior of the cape with this color. It's a big chunk right there. Big chunk. Yeah, I think two. I think this will work. Like I don't have to. I was about to just prime it and start all over on the inside, but I think what I'm doing is going to be fine. It's just going to take a couple of coats, and I'm going to have to paint the whole. Kind of go over the whole cape to get the colors right. Whole inside of the cape. I'm not gonna do all this on the back side because it's not quite as bad. This color is very close to what he was using here, but really, you did? Did you do that on all of them? You stripped all of them, man. Mine are acceptable. Like he didn't do a bad job on most of them. This was the only one that I just was like cringing at. I guess he just maybe this was the one he just got tired of painting them all and decided to sell everything. As he was just like, screw it, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm selling them. Oh, we only done 3 of them. Yeah, it's not too bad. I saw that they dropped the price again of the core set for Marvel on Amazon, and it said overstock alert next to it or something like that. It was like, yeah, nobody's buying it right now because everyone knows the new set is coming out in October. Well, luckily my guy didn't do such a bad job on painting. This was the only one that made me cringe a little bit. Like, look at those! Look at those smudges there. That's not up to GGF standards. Now I need to do a yellow. I'm gonna try this. I got 2 yellows. They're very similar. I think this is just flat yellow. What it looks like to me, anyway. Close. Be close. It'll be close. See how this looks. Can't tell if he's used more than one yellow or if he has spilled the black over it. Yeah, this is the right color. This looks exactly like West Town. I think he might have used Vallejo paints because these colors are like exact matches. And I had asked him like about his bases. I asked him what colors he used to do his bases because I wanted to kind of sort of try to match some of the bases. And he did say that it was like for the when he answered that question, it was like some Vallejo paints that he used on the bases. So uh, pretty good chance that I might be using the exact same paint colors. Flat yellow is a pretty pretty common yellow color that people would buy. So um, might oxidize.
Yeah, autocorrect.
Auto corrections there.
Yeah, it might oxidize, so it may look exact, but it might oxidize into a darker color. You won't know until it dries.
So I might not know until it dries if I matched it or not, but it's a heck of a lot better than it was. It's working. This is cleaning up really well, actually, the cape. This yellow line. If it ain't exactly perfect, I'm blaming it on the other guy. If anyone has anything to say about it.
No, you could say it's added detail for shadows and highlights. Makes it more realistic. It does look like it matches.
Yeah, it's pretty doggone close. I got painted right here. Not painted over there.
Yeah, I could tell it's sloppy over there. I know that ain't you. I could tell.
You know what? I'm sure with this game at some point there will be another version of Doctor Strange to come out. And you know what? We'll worry about painting him a little bit better. I don't want to start completely over with this guy.
Petition they should make just a Doctor Strange game. Because I'd be sick.
No. Yeah, about got this part of it done anyway. Sorry, I'm off camera because I got my paint. Just move my paint over here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened with his Doctor Strange. He was just like, I'm done. I don't feel like painting anymore. And he decided to sell it. Maybe this was the last mini he painted. Or it could have been the first mini he painted and then he just got better. Who knows? Hmm. His the Venom he painted, I thought was really good. Yeah, it looks like I'm having to basically just go and repaint this whole, recoat this whole border of the cape on the back side anyway, probably on the front too, to get it up to, Vambo XP standards. A higher standard that we hold for ourselves in painting. I'd say the inside of the cape is done. It looks fine. Get that. We gotta get that inside edge. It's a little dirty. Getting there. Don't look at Doctor Strange too closely, okay? Please let him be. He's a little strange, okay? The guy's a little strange. Just about done. We're just finishing out this border. Yeah. I guess I kind of figure what the last Marvel movie was that I've seen. It's been a while. Need to go see that Flash movie. I hadn't seen that yet. I feel like they learned from one of the more recent Spider-Man movies. That like, oh, the fans like seeing Tobey Maguire again. Like, so they were like, let's bring Michael Keaton back. I feel like they totally ripped that off from the Spider-Man movie. Man, his gloves. Look at all that under there. Like that should all be yellow, like black. Mm. Don't look too closely at him, folks. Don't judge my strangeness. We're not repainting this whole thing though. Not about to happen. What the here is it's like all right. I think that's acceptable. I can live with that. I can live with that. Set that down right here. Yeah, you're a big fan of all that stuff, so you'll probably like it more than some people that are just like meh about about the Marvels. But I will probably enjoy it. I mean, I've started watching the Flash TV show a little bit on Netflix. I've never really seen it, and something to watch. But there's a ton of it. Um, there's quite a few seasons of the Flash. What are you working on over there this evening, Bones? You doing some freelancing tonight? Some gigolo work? That sucks. Sorry, my friend. Yeah, this looks good now. Two coats. It's covering that up. All right, Doctor Strange. I think we can live with your. You can live with yourself now. set that to the side. Watch that brush. Ah. Didn't know that she had a surgery, man. Sorry. Got a lot going on. Let's see here. What I want to do now is yikes. That sounds like not a good time. Not a good time at all. This stuff up here. Clean up a few of these paints. And I want to come in here and I was gonna say do my shading on R2D2, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the mud first because he's probably not quite dry enough for shading. So we're going to do our mud phase on the bases. It's mudding time! Go Power Rangers! I need to come up with some cool graphics for my stream. It's mudding time! And then do like this and do some kind of like Power Rangers morphing scene. I don't know, it sounded cool in my head. I probably will. I'm probably just lost some subscribers. But I would love to get some folks together for some Batman Gotham Under Siege sometime. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it. It has a solo mode, and I've been doing that some. But I want to see how it plays with like more people. We've played a couple 2-player games so far, but I'd like to get some 3 and 4-player games and see how it plays out. I want some feedback for some others on do they think this is a cool game. I really wanted some kind of cool thematic Batman. I'll say bathroom. Yeah, let's have a bathroom game. No, Batman game, and it fills the spot, and it's like it's kind of got a little bit of a feel of a miniatures game because it has like command cards and everything, and different attacks for different characters, and you're rolling dice for those attacks. But it's not. It doesn't have all the crazy rules and all kinds of different interactions to look at like a full-on miniatures game would. So it's kind of a simpler miniatures game / board game. It kind of blends a miniatures game with a board game, I guess is a good way to say it. Kind of in between the two. I've been using it comes with these little buildings in the box that you use. It's like the battlefield, and instead of those buildings, I've been using my MDF buildings for Marvel Crisis Protocol that you guys saw me put together on here a couple weeks ago, and it really makes the table pop. It makes that game really come to life, like they're really playing in a real city. And I should just suck it up and go ahead and paint those minis if I like the game, because it's only 4 miniatures. No, excuse me, 5 miniatures to the whole game. and I could do that, and I would have a whole game painted. Like I don't have like Legion and Marvel. Like I can't say that I've got everything 100% complete yet. But if I would just paint those 5 minis in that game, I've got something done, a game completely finished. So that would be a pretty good feeling. I don't know what that feels like yet. I don't know that any of us know what that feels like yet. I don't think any of us have ever completely emptied our box of shame for a game yet. It's just we get close and then get more stuff. He's got kind of some. He's got a little bit of gold. Like I spray painted him gold as the first coat, and then did a different gold over top of that gold, like a brighter gold. And so you want to make sure you cover this with dirt. The gold really sticks out. You could tell there's no that's not dirt. That's gold. I never will. I know. That's right. But I'm saying if I paint the Batman game, at least I'll finish a game. I'll have something 100% painted. It shouldn't take me that long to do either. It's only 5 miniatures. But I want to finish. I need to at least get a team finished for Marvel Crisis Protocol for a November Battle Royale that is coming up. X-Force versus question mark, whoever we can get done painting. Hopefully you get the X-Force painted. I might be fighting against who knows, I might be just fighting against plastic parts with no paint on them. We'll see. If so, then I guess I could bring whatever I want. It doesn't have to be painted. Doki 3PO is mudded. It's mud time! Oh no. You gotta get rolling, bro. We gotta have tokens, man. So much to do. Alrighty. There we go. That's the first one done. Now we're going to do the second one. Oh gosh, that's going to be fun. Trying to get mud up in there, like around all of his legs. It's not going to be easy. There's a lot of surface area to this base that is covered by, or that his body is over top of. And my planet that I do for my map, order some custom buttons. Yeah, he could do that. For my Batman game, I was thinking about like some of these cars that I've been buying for my tabletop games. They're made by this company called Jada, and a lot of the comic book ones and all come with little miniature figurines with them. And I've been collecting the Batmobiles, and so I have, the metal Batman already. It's like a metal figurine that's already painted that I could use for my game. And so I was like, well, shoot, there's only like 5 of the minis for it that I would need. And so I kind of was looking around eBay a little bit at the different ones that I would need and price it out for the other 4 I was gonna need. It was gonna be like $50 to get the 4 minis, which I guess isn't so bad if they're um painted for you, but uh I wasn't gonna spend that. Like I have I already have the paints to paint all of them. I wouldn't have to spend any money, and then I've got the plastic minis already to paint, so I'm gonna just roll with what I got. The metal ones would have a pretty cool feel to them to be playing with on the tabletop, I think, but not for $50. They can keep them. To getting you mudded, my friend. Paint this in Tatooine style. Yeah, I know Geonosis is my planet, but R2D2, C3PO, their iconic, I guess, scene is walking together in the desert in Tatooine after they escape from Darth Vader at the very beginning of the first Star Wars movie. So that's the scene that I'm going for that I wanted to paint with these guys. So that's what we doing. End up painting this earth texture that I'm putting down. I might use a smaller brush right here real quick because it's very tiny in there. To go wash these brushes when I'm done. I want to get this. I don't want to leave mud on the brushes very long. Wash this immediately when I'm finished. Just a little bit more. Right in there. Just about got it up in there. Turn my sunglasses lights on, figure out what's going on in there. Okay. Got the texture that we want now. That gives us the texture, and I'm gonna have to go over this with a like what I'm gonna use here is Cellulocami sand is what I will end up painting over over top of this to give it that Tatooine sand look that we all know and love in our Star Wars universe. That edge there. Done. Decide what I should do. Like, I think first thing I need to do is go clean these paint brushes to get all this mud off of them. You don't want to leave mud on your paint brushes for very long. Not good for them. Let's wash these brushes real quick. Got a real nice looking R2D2 on the table. Need to touch up this like, let me show you. You can see it pretty clearly right there. You got yellow from Doctor Strange on the purple thing here. What the heck color is this? You know, I think I need to get this mud off the brush first, ASAP. But I feel like that might be some red black. Would probably cover that pretty good. Mm-hmm. Mud off. Let me go in the other room and use my brush soap really quick. This can hang tight for 1 second. I will be right back. Sit tight, guys. I will be right back. I gotta take care of these brushes so that I do not ruin them. It's important to take good care of your brushes, folks. I'll be right back. Alright. Man, we got some cleaning brushes now. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Whoa! Alright. So, I think next we want to fix this Doctor Strange thing. And I'll probably go ahead and glue him to his base after this. And so then, hey, that means we'll be finishing a mini tonight. Like, Doctor Strange will be done, right? Heck yeah. So, where is it I'm looking for? I'm looking for red, black. Red, black. We want to fix this little base that he stands on. We need to figure out exactly how. I might have some red, black on my palette already. Yeah, there's still some from. I'm not quite sure. It looks like he used a mix of some pink and then a reddish purple or something right there. So I think our red black that we did on his cape will be pretty close. It'd be better than. Might not be exact, but it's gonna be better than bright yellow. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I think this is the right color actually. Again, it looks like he uses. He might have been using the exact same paint as me with the Vallejo line. I guess there's not, there ain't but a few model paint lines out there, so the odds of him using the same brand as me, I guess, are pretty good. What, maybe like a 1 in 4 chance that we're using the same paint company. May the odds be forever in your favor with painting, my friends. Cool, cool, cool. Now I think we've done a good job of blending that. Looks really good. Doctor Strange, you are accepted, my friend. Your paint colors look much better now, and I can. You're good enough to be on a Vanbo XP table. You're not quite up to Vanbo XP standards of painting, but you're acceptable to be on his table now. I'm just kind of, how the heck he's supposed to be glued onto this thing. I have to look up a picture. It's kind of like he's got to go in this bubble somehow. I don't know. Let me see. We've been looking up R2D2 with what we were doing earlier. Doctor Strange. It does up. Dr. Seuss, Dr. Phil, Dr. Squatch, I don't know who that is, Dr. Robotnik, Dr. Dre, Dr. Horton James, Dr. Martins, or Dr. Pimple Popper. All of them reputable doctors, but not the one we're looking for. Dr. Strange. Well, yeah, I guess I should put in Marvel Crisis Protocol. Oh. So many great doctors out there. Let's take a look. I need a bigger. There we go. I see. Here we go. That's what we need. Man, that's so much better than what I've got going on here. But You know what? We're gonna accept it. So yeah, his feet are not actually touching the ground. It's like they're glued onto this thing. That's dried. It's good enough. So I guess he kind of pokes through. Oh, you know what? I didn't have you guys. Sorry. Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, you can see it. Um, I got to sort of poke him through that thing to stand up. So it looks like he's kind of like halfway. Like that would work right there. If I could get him to. That's why he painted this while it was That's how it should go right there. That is how it should go right there. I just got to glue it like that so that it'll stay. So you can see on his foot where it came off originally. So let me get a little bit of glue. I'm gonna have to bust it open with a paper clip too. Oh boy, it's glued on pretty solid. Glue is that glue cap is like stuck. Ugh. Some pliers, I think, unfortunately. Beneath here. Isn't that? Well, will that come off? Yeah, I can do that, I guess. Just take the whole freaking thing and just get a little bit from in there with a paper clip, or there's a nail I've got right here. Got one. Little torn up paper clips next to me for doing little stuff like this. Let's move this glue over here. I definitely don't want to spill. I definitely don't want to spill a bottle of glue on the table. That would be far worse than spilling paint on the table. But see, I've just got this, and I want to. Here's the dirty end that I've been using for stuff like this. I'm just gonna get a swab a little glue out of here. Get a little bit out of the lid since I couldn't get the lid off. You know what? I might just get some out of the bucket. Might be a little easier. Go. Little dab of glue on here. um, need to kind of see where to put him from where the glue came off before. So let's tap his leg right there. No wonder he broke. He's only really supported on this in one spot. So I've got him. He's glued. I'm gonna just set it. I'm gonna just hold it, I guess. I don't know what to do with it. Just hold him in place for a bit. Let that glue dry. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna try to shut this bottle. Glue an open bottle of glue immediately so you do not spill it. He's just a fragile mini. And he's just got that one contact point down there, where his feet, you can see they're touching that ring. That's how he's attached. So the only attachment at all is his feet to that ring. Oh, sorry, hit the microphone. Probably sound like an earthquake. Ugh. So that's Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is looking pretty awesome now that I've touched him up and glued him onto his base. He's good. We're going to set him to the side. Gonna go back to R2-D2. See, I'm telling you, this is Marvel tonight's stream, man. We're doing it all. We're Marvel and Star Wars. We're a one-stop shop. Best of both worlds tonight on the Vambo XP show. Getting our Marvel on and our Star Wars on. What's up? So next we're gonna do some shading on old R2-D2 here. Time to do some shade, throw a little shade. I'm going to use our shadow wash, but I'm gonna keep a Kleenex handy to dab it off if I get it on too much somewhere. Doesn't take much. You gotta be careful. Okay. What brush will I use for this? Let's see. How about this is a good size, I think, for what I'm doing. We're just gonna start on the back. Let's do these feet first. Just kind of doing it really light. You don't want to get it really heavy because he's a white model, and if you put a really heavy shadow coat on, you can turn the model black really easily. Black on a good old white model with a black shadow. So sorry, I was doing this and not showing you what I was doing. We're just throwing some shade everywhere. Throwing shade every which way. That looks good. This really looks like R2-D2 now, with what I can see on what I've done so far. Yeah, I saw that Doctor Strange, and I was like looking at what to do next with my Marvel figures, and I saw that Doctor Strange in my case. Was like, oh, shoot! All I got to do on him is just touch that cape up, and and then glue him. Like, there's nothing to it, and I'll have a mini done. Let's do that. So, just snatch that one up to knock out tonight while I was waiting on paint coats to dry with the main project. You know what? I may not even have really noticed the problems of everything I needed to paint if it hadn't have fallen off of the base in the first place. Yeah, this looks great. This looks like R2-D2 now. A little bit more. Well, it's pretty nice, man. I mean, it's really fun getting to paint Doctor Strange and R2D2 in one night together. It's a pretty good night. Pretty good. Pretty good evening. Boy, R2D2. You are looking good, my friend. There, that part. Get these front little dabs inside those little crevasses, whatever you want to call them. I don't think I've done the front foot yet either. I did the rest of the front. Yeah, I think General Grievous was one of the first minis that I known oiled, and I didn't really know what I was doing, and just he's white, you know, he's a white, kind of a white figure, and I kind of went way too heavy with the known oil on him, and just he looks awful. He looks like he got shot out of a cannon or something in a cartoon. Like he's just he looks like he's just got soot shot all over him. But that's okay. I've got a second General Grievous that I need to put together. Anyway. Yeah, Bones, this is fun, man. You gotta get to it. You got a box of shame, I'm sure. That is just itching to get painted. Done with the body. And do the chrome dome. Need some more paint. Yeah, I guess you could still call this paint. I don't know. I call it paint. It's a little different. A little different than the rest of my paints. Doing this chrome dome. The chrome dome. Yeah, I really like Nuln Oil on top of a silver metallic paint. It just looks really good. It gives it just that really nice shade to it. Okay, so the next step in doing R2D2 and C3PO here is just going to be painting this sand. There you go. Yeah, sorry, I was up a little high there. But there you go. The next step on my R2D2 and C3PO is painting the sand to be Tatooine style. Can't think I can do that tonight because I need to let the mud dry a bit. Let me touch it. You know what? It feels pretty good. I'd say it's dry enough. We can roll with that, right? Let's see what we got going on with this. I think we could paint over it. We've come this far. Let's finish it. Let's do 3PO first, since R2-D2 just got painted. There you go. All right, what we got? What we got? What we got? Try some salukami sand. Yeah, I think that'll be good. I tried another sand on for Tatooine. It's this desert yellow, but it kind of made it look like yellow snow. It was just too much of a golden tone. Ryloth Jedi Temple Grievous Mask. Yeah, let's take a look at this before I go ham on this. I may end up having to buy a different paint to use for Tatooine, but because I've been geonosising everything I've done so far. I think this will be fine once I hit it with, because I'm going to do this and then put a shade on over top of it. And so I think this will be fine for Tatooine. Yeah. So this is going to work. This will be good. Let me put this in my graphic tool here. Here we go. First step was to give it some texture with the earth texture here, and then we're gonna just paint completely over it with another color to make it look like Tatooine. And then we will hit it with a shade to make the sand have definition. Let's get those parts right around his feet. A lot of paint trying to get in there around all this, around all these little bits and things in there. Might use a larger brush, actually. All right. Bigger brush, bigger brush. Cover some surface area in there. These are certainly the droids we were looking for, folks. It's the toughest spot. The only bad spot on this is getting it in there in between 3PO's feet. Yeah, I wish they had and they might, but I wish they had an earth texture that was kind of already the color that I wanted, so then all I had to do was throw a shade on it. And they might make more of a desert sand earth texture, but this is what I've got, brown earth texture for, see-through is right in the way, brown earth texture, because I mainly do Geonosis, but just R2 and 3PO are kind of different, because I'm going for that iconic New Hope scene of them being in the desert on Tatooine. But if I was doing doing a whole rebel army on all of Tatooine, I would look into buying a different texture that would be the right undertone, so I didn't have to do this step. But I'm only doing 2 Tatooine minis, so this will be okay for what I'm doing. If I were to ever get a Rebel arm, like I want to get Mando and Baby Yoda, but if I were to ever really do a full-on Rebel army, I would probably go Ewok and just buy the Ewok Force and just leave it at that. So I don't really see me really doing Tatooine as like a large scale basing project for any of my miniature aspirations. So there's that one. Few spots in between his feet. Mm, it's kind of a dangler. His 3PO's base looks really good. I think once I hit it with Earthshade to give it the definition, that's going to really pop and look awesome. So there's 3PO. Can't hear. Oh, yeah, you're just lurking. I got you. Hey, man, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we were doing. Well, you can't hear me, so what am I saying? But yeah, we've been painting some 3PO and R2D2 this evening, and Doctor Strange. So it's been a good one. Hope you are doing okay as well. Obi-Wan Bob Ross Kenobi over here doing his thing. It's Kenobi. All right. R2's still kind of wet on his shade coat, but not not uh not the base there, so that's fine. So let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, once I do this, all that's left with these minis here is doing the shade coat on top of this, and then I paint a light brown around the entire base here. And then I do a varnish coat over the entire mini to protect them. And I'm going to have to put my awesome shades on here. Go, R2. Looking good, my friend. Looking good. You are the droids we're looking for. You are the droids we're looking for. Your voice is looking so nice. That's a nice looking bass you got there, baby. He's been a fun R2D2 has been a fun mini to paint. Like I was kind of dreading doing all this detailing, but I broke it up into 2 nights on that, and it really was not that bad. I've enjoyed painting him. Been fun, my friend. You will be joining the rest of my Republic army in the display case very, very soon. You get this part like that's in between his um between his feet and under him. It's kind of a pain here. Gee, we're getting there. Might switch to an even smaller brush here for a second. Yeah, this looks good. I think another thing with doing these two models, just the white, or just this tan colored sand base, really looks better with this model than a red sand, Geonosius color. I think this kind of looks better with the colors that I've got going on anyway. It's the obvious choice in basing colors here. Right. Yeah, see, it sucks not being able to play music in here again. You get stuck with me singing every once in a while. Kind of lame, I know. Need to try to get these parts. There's some parts of that when you spread the mud around, it kind of gets on their feet a little bit. So you end up having to paint that little bit of mud that is on their feet so that it matches, what they got going on. Trying to think, I don't have another project to jump to let this dry, so I guess I'll just have to wait until this dry and come back and finish it another time. It's a daggone cool looking mini right there, folks. Cool looking mini. Yes, sir. See a little spot missed. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's your R2D2. All I gotta do is shade the top of the base and do the trim coat on the whole side, and he's done. And then peek at 3PO here. I see some, once I set him down and see him from another angle, see it on R2 as well. You end up seeing, when you're looking up at them from up above, like directly above them, you whoops, almost painted the computer there. That was when you're looking at them from directly above, you end up seeing some spots that you need to paint. Yeah. Here and there. Think Night man, yeah, I think I'm about to quit too. This is the last thing I was doing tonight, so I'm pretty much done as well. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a wonderful evening, my friend. All right. Give you guys a quick recap on what we have done this evening. It's been a very productive night, man. I've pretty much finished 3 minis. There's very little left to do. I probably will do the probably just do the shade coat tomorrow, like not on stream, because it's just 2 minis, not much to it. I don't know. Maybe wait and do it with you guys. Depends on what I get done tomorrow. It'll probably be Sunday before I pick these things back up. Now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I'll be back for streaming on Sunday and work on some more Marvel Crisis Protocol and do some finishing touches on these guys. But it's been a productive evening. We have done all this is 3PO. We have just about finished R2-D2 as well. Just got to shade the base and do the trim on the base. And then we have glued Doctor Strange back together and done all of our touch-ups. So we've got 3 mini. Like, I feel great. Like, this has been a very productive stream with knocking out 3 miniatures tonight. Like, I feel like I'm on a freaking roll over here. I just got to get Bone Dust to start pumping over there too, and we're rocking and rolling. Let me put this up here since the camera was like, whoa. But yeah, man, look at all these guys. They're looking so cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're gonna have some pretty fun games pretty soon. We got some nice models done. Just gonna go ahead and sort of put my paint up so that I don't have a freaking mess everywhere. Should have counted how many paints I had on the table tonight. I don't even know. Don't even know I had so many. Reds. Put all your reds up. What else? What else? This is a color I picked up to do. It's a new. Show you 2 new paints I got in. For painting the probably gonna do some Batman animated series. This is Vallejo Game Color. Cold Gray. They sent me the wrong color. It says Cold Gray is what I wanted, and that's what this says. But then this says neutral gray. I'm gonna have to go. It says neutral gray right there. I'm gonna have to go make sure I got the right paint. This is sort of the gray, bluish gray that you have on Batman. And we can do an unboxing here. This is the color that you want with this tape. It's show you. I love the names of these paints, right? This is called Stegodon Green. Stegodon Scale Green. And it says green, but you can see it's kind of a bluish green. And then that's your gray. So these 2 colors make up the Batman animated series Batman. So that's something I'm going to be doing at some point as well, to knock out 5 minis and finish a whole game. That'll be nice. Let's finish putting these paints away as I chat with you guys. Hope you guys have had a great week so far and continue to have an awesome weekend. Probably be joining you again on Sunday. Sunday fun day. Well, I guess that's about all there is to say, folks. Thanks for hanging out tonight. The painting gods were nice. We didn't make too many mistakes, and it came out well. Gonna see who I might could carry you guys over to check out. Just looking at other friends that are streaming. Let's take you over to Self Boy. Let you guys see what's going on over there. Let me give me 1 second. I'm gonna take you guys somewhere else. Trying to support other fellow streamers here. Where is it? Channel view dashboard. There we go. Good night to you as well, GGF. Thank you for hanging out. Let's do that. Start that raid. Working. Perfect. All right. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one.